Listen carefully, because what I'm about to explain has been engineered for decades, and most people never connect the dots. The system does not target women because women are weak. It targets women because they are powerful. Because if you destabilize the protector of the home, you destabilize the future. If you isolate the nurturer, you isolate the children. And if you separate men from women, you separate the last force capable of resisting the machine. The system knows this, and it acts accordingly. 1. They convinced women that the system is a better provider than a man. This is where it begins. The system knows that a united family is economically independent. 2 parents supporting each other create stability. Stability creates strength, and strong households cannot be controlled. So the system replaces the man with itself, not by helping women, but by becoming their only safe option. Government incentives, corporate opportunities, subsidies, tax benefits, programs, safety nets, marketing aimed at fear. Everything quietly sends the message, you don't need a man, you need us. This is not empowerment. It is dependence disguised as freedom. Because once the system becomes the provider, it becomes the master. 2. The system removed men from the home without a fight. The most strategic form of war is one where the target doesn't know he's being attacked. Men were not destroyed. They were neutralized through addiction, through distraction, through humiliation, through economic pressure, through social shaming, through a culture that makes men feel useless, replaceable, and directionless. A man who feels he has no purpose abandons the place where he is needed most. A weakened man weakens the woman. A weakened woman weakens the children. And weakened children feed the next generation to the system. This isn't accidental. It's generational engineering. 3. They turned women into economic units instead of mothers. This is the dark part. The system doesn't care if women are happy. It cares if they are busy. A mother working full-time, paying rent, paying daycare, paying taxes, generates more revenue than a stable family raising children with one parent at home. A household that raises kids together is expensive for the system. A household that collapses is profitable. So the system makes motherhood inconvenient and career obsession empowerment. Not because it benefits women, but because it benefits the machine. Machiavelli wrote, "A ruler's success is measured not by the freedom of his people, but by their usefulness." You are watching that right now. 4. They turned family into a luxury few can afford. When family becomes expensive, family becomes rare. When family becomes rare, the state becomes the parent. This isn't a glitch. This is the strategy. Raise rent, raise food costs, raise childcare costs, raise taxes. Make stability unreachable. Make unity impractical. Make children a financial burden. A society that cannot afford children becomes a society that raises adults with no identity. Adults with no identity are ideal followers. This is not chaos. This is engineered dependency. 5. They turned women into targets of psychological exhaustion. The system overwhelms women with infinite demands. Be a mother. Be a career woman. Be a model. Be emotionally perfect. Be financially stable. Never age. Never fail. Never rest. This is not empowerment. This is weaponized burnout. Because someone who is exhausted does not rebel. Someone who is overwhelmed does not question the system. And someone who feels like they are failing becomes endlessly dependent on external validation, products, services, and institutions. The perfect citizen is the constantly insecure one. 6. They turn children against the family structure. This part is sinister. When you control the child, you control the future. So the system floods children with endless stimulation, digital addiction, algorithmic influence, moral confusion, educational programming, identity uncertainty, lack of discipline, lack of purpose, lack of belonging. Children become strangers in their own homes. Parents lose authority. Mothers lose influence. Fathers lose presence. And the system becomes the silent parent. This fractures the home and leaves every individual, mother, father, and child, more isolated than ever. Isolated people are easy to control. 7. They make the collapse look like freedom. This is the final trick. If people realize the family is being dismantled, they would revolt. So the system hides the chains in beautiful language: freedom, independence, choice, progress, self-love, breaking tradition, live for yourself. These words sound empowering, but they often lead to loneliness, exhaustion, and financial dependence. The chains are invisible because they are decorated, and once the family collapses, everyone must rely on the system for money, for housing, for education, for identity, for emotional support, for survival. A population that needs the system is a population the system owns. The system is not attacking women. It is using women as leverage to break the last human institution that stands between people and complete dependence: the family. It dismantles the man, exhausts the woman, confuses the child, and profits from the collapse of unity. But here's the truth. A united home is rebellion. A strong man is resistance. A strong woman is danger. A stable family is a threat. The new slavery is not physical. It is psychological, emotional, economic, invisible. And the moment you see the chains, you stop wearing them.